EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Today, we're here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all the action out on the course. And Frank, what can you tell us about Wolf Creek?
Well, it's a mesmerizing layout. You can see from above, Rich, in amongst all these sort of canyon areas and boulders and that. I've never really seen a golf course like this. It's like Disneyland for the golfers. It's phenomenal, and each hole has a totally different look. It's hard to imagine you can build a golf course in an area like this.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Excellent opening tee shot right in the fairway.
Second shot.
This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards to 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players. That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Trying to make yet another birdie. Oh, do that.
That's a birdie. One back. We are on.
Frank, you need to be a bit of a rock climber just to get to this second tee. 445-yard hole. What a view.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle. Frank, golf shoes might not be good enough here at Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada. You might need your hiking boots here because there are so many elevated tees.
Well, fortunately, we don't have to rappel down the mountains or the hills here, but there are billy goats around here as well, so be careful. If you stray, you might just, join a new tribe. safely on deck.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Frank, there's a real art to putting a good 72-hole score in the book, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. You know, you can have a flash of brilliance, make 5 or 6 birdies. It can be offset by doubles and quadruple bogeys. And in the end, it's the end. What did you do? The plus and the minuses. And that's why all our biggest championships have, and of recent, been stroke play.
Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Now back over to the 4th. A couple of birdies already here in this final round as we check in on our featured golfer. Off to a hot start, Frank.
Those red numbers are certainly going to bring a smile to the face, and they haven't happened by accident either. A lot of good golf. Excellent position to go forward from now.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. This looks to be at least an extra club, maybe 2 clubs going way up that hill to the green. Frank, you've been there. How important is it to hit fairways early in the round?
It just takes the pressure off the rest of the game, Rich. And not only are you reducing the length of the hole by getting the ball in play and, a good distance off the tee, but you're simplifying the next shot.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Just a couple of feet. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. How about this hole, Frank? Par 5, fifth.
If you stand on this tee for the first time, you've got virtually no idea where you've got to aim. Do you aim it left of those bunkers? Do you aim it over the sort of the canyon? Really, the answer is how far do you hit it, because that is going to determine the line that you hit it on. Avoid the water, that little stream, but you can always have a drink on the way if you want to, I guess. Second shot plays uphill, but this is a relatively short par 5, so very reachable. But you've got to see, you've got to flight that second shot. You want to make sure that ball's coming in nice and high to this green that's perched up.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. How about that terrific approach shot, setting up a makeable eagle putt? Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Here at the sixth, 447-yard par 4. Pretty good hole, Frank.
Yeah, probably a layup hole, too, for the longer hitters. Something out there around the 280, 290-yard mark to make sure you don't go it in the stream. Obviously, it's a dogleg ride, as you can see. The canyon on both sides is sort of well-defined, so you know where not to go. Second shot plays a little bit back up the hill to a green, once again, that's anything other than flat. It's fun. You've got to make sure you get that ball on the right tier if you want to have a birdie putt here.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Not a single weakness today. What a performance. Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Frank, here at the 6th, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee?
Got to be careful here for the longer hitters, Rich. Driver actually might be too much. That stream that we just saw at the par 5 fifth hole, it also comes across here. So something that lands short of that, which is in the vicinity of 280, 290 yards. That's the key. From there, well, you're not going to have too much more in, sort of 140, 150 yards in. It is a dogleg right, but find that fairway there. Second shot played just a fraction uphill. And this green, well, it's got more humps and hollows in it. It's to be expected, though. This course is absolutely crazy.
So, Frank, a perfect lie right here. And now this gives him a chance to take the next step, which is get after this hole location.
Yeah, so many more options now. And basically, it's just going to come down to club selection now. This is absolutely perfect. This is one where he can get a reward from.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, what a day. Every green hit in regulation. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Frank, the par 3/8 really is Wolf Creek in a nutshell. It's hard and it's really pretty.
It is, and it's really long too. Just under 250 yards off that back tee. Slight bit of elevation, but you can see from the tee, obviously, where you don't want to go and where you do go. If you're a little, tender of heart, then aim for the right side and avoid all that water down the left.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. That is an excellent lag putt right there. Had the speed perfectly. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Stepping up to the shot here at the 9th, it's a par 4, 390 yards.
It is anything other than straight off the tee because of all these sort of undulations and curvature on the fairway. You'd think well bunkered, but the last bunker on the right side there, longer hitters, they can nearly fly that, just over 300 yards. Either that, shorter hitter just played to that fat area of the green. That'll be sort of some, 270 yards. That will take all the water out of play into a green that slopes back at you. So very good chance, even with a wedge in hand, to get the ball close. A good way to finish the front 9.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. That's a big green. Just managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
Trying to stay steady, make a par. Filling it up today. Beautiful putt. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. In for par. We're here at the downhill par 3 11th hole. Frank, it's 215 yards from the back tee.
This hole certainly is not for the faint of heart. When you look at that tee shot, you think, oh my God, what do I do from here? But remind yourself, it's 215 yards and really only about 160, 170 yards to green grass again. But it's 215 yards. That should be the club that you're trying to pick. Green's big enough, just persuade yourself. Try not to look at the canyon and the desert. There is a green down there. The hole is playable.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Get in. Yes, good putt. Now to the par 5 12th, pretty big hole with a really big green.
And a really good blue area to the left, called water there. That's to be avoided off this tee, that's for sure. A good drive that avoids all of that. And then the hole is certainly reachable, but as you can see, water creeps in again, back right on this hole. So just don't get too cavalier here. A 5 wouldn't be the worst score. I know you want better, but believe me, seen many as 6s and 7s racked up here at 12.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Third shot, looking for a good one. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, how impressive has this round been considering the strong winds?
It's remarkable, Rich. You look at everybody else out there struggling. This has been a round to savor.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, uphill shot, what did you like to do on a play like this?
The biggest thing really is to try and work on your balance. You've got to make sure you get through the shot and normally take an extra club.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Excellent shot to within 10 feet. Getting set now over the putt. He's going to beat himself up on the way to the next tee. You don't miss those putts. Continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. Now to the 14th hole, and Frank, this is probably the best par 4 here at Wolf Creek.
Well, it's certainly the hole that they take the most photographs on, Rich, and you can see why. Great vantage point of the whole golf course. The hole's just sort of littered with bunkers down the left side, so you know where not to go once again. Go to the right side of that. Hole just keeps sort of hooking around that left side. It plays under 450 yards. It's fun. Just sort of draw it a little off the tee, draw it a little into the green, and you'll be fine.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. And this one just seems to be moving a little left in the air.
Not too bad. Birdie try up next. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Clean this up with a tap. Continues to putt beautifully. Now to the par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, this is the shortest hole on the course.
And their version of a postage stamp type hole, minus the bunkers on the right side. Green elevated, falls off as you can see down the left side. Club selection is vital, but it is such a short hole. It's very, very tempting, especially when that flag's on the left side, to still go at it. But you miss this green on the left, and you are going to be considerably lower than the level of this green. This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Hoping to get this up and down here, Frank, at the par 3 after missing the green.
Yeah, it's not all bad.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. It's no snack, though.
Struggling a bit with the flat stick, and a drop shot here at the 15th hole.
In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Short par 4, 16th hole, measures only 393 yards. But Frank, as is the case with pretty much every hole, despite the yardage, there's plenty of trouble.
It does. It plays tricks on the mind's eye here. It looks like it's a dog leg going one way, then back the other way. But really, it's built as a straight hole just across the canyon. And that's the way you've got to play it. I don't think you can drive the green, even the longest hitters at 393 yards. But just a nice drive down there. take the bunkers on, get it past there, and before you know it, you've got a little wedge in here, and it should set up nicely for a birdie.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Pure strike. Good result.
And that is close.
It's the beautiful part of golf. Brand new day, new hole. Remember, he made a bogey here yesterday. This time for birdie. Oh, I thought he had that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, this is really a cool closing stretch here at Wolf Creek. Short par 3 15th, the short 4 at the 16th, and now the par 5 17th. You can make up some ground in a hurry as you come down the finishing stretch.
You certainly can. A good drive short of the little stream creek that runs across there, and this is doable as a two-shotter. You find the bunkers or trouble off the tee, then obviously you're forced to lay up, leaving that third shot across the water. But really a fun hole if you want to try and take that second shot on. Oh, I liked that.
I knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich. This eagle on the cards. Hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it is not looking like a good lie. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision. But, well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Finishing hole here at Wolf Creek is only 307 yards. Frank, where's the trouble here?
Short and to the right of this par 4. Really, there's a multitude of options off this tee. You could hit an iron, you could hit a fairway wood. Even some might try and hit a driver, but you know, that's a little too risky. There's too many problems up ahead if you try and take this hole on. Really, a short club off the tee, leaving yourself some area of 170 yards, and you're going to be putting for birdie more often than not. That's an absolute beauty.
So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. Good looking shot right here. So maybe a nice way to finish up with a good approach here to the 18th and a good chance for birdie to win the Tiburon Championship. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. That's why you play the game, to stack up the wins. Great effort right there. Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle. Frank, now the second shot here at the par 4 opening hole. What are we looking at?
But with a short iron in hand, Rich, I mean, you just go flag hunting straight out of the gate. It's a generous green.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. A birdie to send him to 1 under on the leaderboard. Already teed up here at the second. 160-yard shot. Obviously, Frank, you want to hit good shots at a place like this, but you also want to take some shots. You want to snap off a few pictures because it's breathtaking.
I thought you were talking about big game hunting there, were you saying you don't want to shoot these animals? They're beautiful. No, it is. It's wonderful to come up here and play golf.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Almost. Wow.
Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Frank, how about the first par 5 of the golf course here at the third, just a shade under 530 yards. Good birdie opportunity?
It certainly is. There's 3 bunkers just down that left side. Avoid those, and this par 5, very reachable.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. And setting up here in the rough. Absolutely throwing darts just inside of 5 feet. And getting ready for the putt. Has it, now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament. Back over now to the 4th. Frank, this is a very nice start to the round. Couple of birdies on the scorecard, looks extremely solid.
Yeah, looks well poised actually to have a very good round today. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
On the green. And a chance for birdie. A good 20-footer here. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, what's the key here at the 5th hole? It's par 4, 424 yards.
The first real stringent tee shot of the day. 3 bunkers, first one not really in play. That third one in the distance, unless you're someone like a Bubba Watson, you should be able to aim at that and not reach it. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my own.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Frank, what are you thinking about on this approach here at the 5th?
Once again, with a good drive, you're left with a scoring club. By that I mean a short iron. Gives you a lot more options and a lot more flags you can go at. Even with a flag in the back left, with a scoring club in hand, you can virtually just go straight at that. The ball will not kick too much once it hits the green. And this will be fine, just a little left of the flag.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
This is that awkward length.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Nice par to remain 3 under. Frank, the 6th here at Banff Springs, a good little hole, isn't it?
It is very tempting, very easy to sort of just stand up there and wail away with the driver and get caught. This is a generous fairway. You could hit any club down there and you're not going to have a problem with the second shot. So it's just trying to find a yardage that you're comfortable with.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, there's a real art to putting a good score on the board, isn't there?
Yeah, that's why stroke play is so tough, Rich. You're trying to minimize everything on a golf course. Turn a 6 into a 5 or a 4 into a 3. It's like even off the edge of a green, trying to get up and down in 2 rather than 3. And you've got to do it for 18 straight holes. If it's a 72-hole tournament, then you've got to do it for 4 straight days. And that's why that's always been the best predictor of our best players. The ones that can go 4 days and make the least number of mistakes.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. 18 feet from the bottom of the cup. Good birdie right there.
Yeah, this game, when you can't win, it's all about top 10s, top 20s. And currently, that's exactly where they stand.
602-yard par 5, 7th hole. Frank, I'm guessing you want to take the big stick out and let it rip here.
Saw Rory McIlroy hit his tee shot here. So far, he had an iron in.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
This has been a Tee to Green clinic. absolutely perfect. Everything coming off the center of the club face and everything in regulation. Starting to move now, Frank, on this leaderboard.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack, now top 15.
Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Player knows they're on the move with that birdie. Quick glance at the leaderboard, they can see, Frank, they're not out of it.
Things are very volatile right now.
So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frank, sometimes it takes a bold stroke to win a tournament, get back into it, and that's what we just saw.
Birdies make a move. Eagle, especially right now, could not have picked a better time.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
And it makes the green in regulation. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the 11th hole. It's a par 4, 417 yards. Frank, what's the key here?
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot. The carry on the two little bunkers down the left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Frank's second shot here at 11 is pretty short, but it can be tricky.
It can. The various different levels. The highest point on the green is that back left. It does roll down to that right side, and then, of course, is the front portion in the middle. So you've got to be just cognizant of trying to fly the ball the right distance. But when that flag is in the back left, to err a little on the left side, not such a bad thing.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot.
Early part of this second iron, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
It's that sneaky distance.
Wow, I thought he made that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Getting set now over the putt.
Has his par. All right, on to the 12th hole, 442-yard par 4. What do you like about this hole, Frank?
Just a nice par 4 that sort of bends to the player's right. A lot of people will just stand up here, grab the driver. I don't really think you have to do that, Rich. The hole's not overly long. Just something shorter down that left side. You're only going to have a short iron in for your second shot.
What a drive. Just tattooed that.
Frank, another scoring opportunity here with his second shot at the 12th.
There certainly is. Even when they stick the flag all the way in the back, which is the hardest hole location, you can still get at it with a short club. A nice sort of rolling, gentle terrain on this green, so chances are you're going to have a putt with a little bit of break in it. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. These putts keep the round together.
He's going to beat himself up on the way to the next tee. You don't miss those putts. Just a couple of feet.
8 under par for the round.
13th hole, par 3, 225 yards and heavily bunkered around that green, Frank.
It is, but that green gets narrower as the hole gets longer. Nothing wrong with hitting the ball sort of the middle part of the green here.
Safely aboard, about 25 feet from the hole.
Second shot.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Settles in over the putt. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, this par 4 14th hole at about 440 yards will test you all the way up to that green, won't it?
It certainly will. It just looks like you should bash it over those bunkers down the left side, but the green pitches from left to right. So the best access is actually down the right side, coming in from that sort of right line. So don't be fooled here.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
This is a good-looking shot.
It's like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. From about 8 feet. Knows it is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. Young star makes his birdie.
Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Good contact, good result. Excellent position, just a huge shot. Frank, this second shot to the par 4 15th is what you might call a professional's shot. Explain why.
Yeah, there's always an advantage if a better player can shape a shot. So you have a long second shot, but just the way this green is, notice there's a slightly better entry from the left side. So the better player would try and hit a little fade in there. That might appear the safest shot coming in, but it's going to actually give you the best chance of hitting it close. General run-of-the-mill shot sometimes would just bash it away over that right bunker, but it's not really the way in which that hole's designed.
Just a bit offline here, Frank, but not too bad.
Even if it's the wind or just the lie there, should be okay.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really... It was a rather poor approach shot.
Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. You feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
And he makes it for par. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there? We're in the Canadian Rockies.
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That will be a great look at birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Oh, man, just slides by. And only a tap in left. Good putt. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Rich. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. And will set up just a short iron into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with a second shot. really a chance to have a fast finish.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Eyeing this putt for a birdie.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center.
Nine under for the round.
Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach. Oh, that had some meat behind it.
Second from an excellent lie.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Now the third shot at the par 5. So the short miss, and those are painful. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round 1.
Good place to be.